Yeah, this is the Dowling Show. Welcome in Genesis for the first time. She's just made 1 year old. Speak to me, baby girl. What up, Jay, man? What's going on,
What's good, fam? Am I doing good, bro? I'm happy to be here. God bless Preme and his family, his daughter, you know, and this is a very special segment, right, of the Dowling Show, of course.
It's her birthday, man. She just made big one. Say what's up, Bookie. Say what's up. She just made a big 1 year old. Say what's up. Yeah, this little mama right here, man. Big, just that quick. 1 year old already. It's the Dowling Show. What's up, J-Do, man? What's going on, man?
What's good, fam? Just chilling, man. Happy to be here in a time of health, life with family and friends and sharing this beautiful show with you, you know, Preme. I'm so happy that he's been able to build it up from the ground up since we first started. And around the beginning of the year, practically, you know. So, again, may God bless him and his daughter and all the people out here. Shouts to Johnny, actually, people in the background that have showed up to support us here in the Dowling Show, and we're here, you know.
Yeah, man, I'm grateful to be here. This is her first time coming here. She's ready to touch the mic and everything. She's very active, you know. Here you go, mama. Here you go. Here you go. You know, so I'm a happy father, man. You know, she's definitely a life changer, you know.
Exactly. I'm assuming she's like a year old, right?
1 year old. Just
Wow.
that quick, man. She's very active. You know, I had to bring her out. You know. Yeah, that's right. Say something. Speak. Say something. Say something. You can't take the mic. You ready? Say hello. She's something else.
Got you. That's dope how her childhood is being documented. She's 1 year old and she's already on cable television spectrum here on a Dowling Show. You know, that's an achievement right there.
Yeah, man, it's definitely history, man, because you know, my whole life, you know what I'm saying, I've seen a lot of parents, I got parents or whatever like that, so I just wanted to like break a generational curse, do something different, start her off early with the cameras and everything, get her really ready, you know what I'm saying? That's right, mama, that's right. And it felt great, you know, because the first time I was on TV I was about 21 years old or something like that, maybe 21 or 22.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so she beat me. She beating me now.
I got you.
She's won.
Yeah, by like 21 years. That's a head start, you know, and that's what it is. Because, right, as parents, we want our kids to have a more successful life than us, right? To enjoy, right, the fruits of success at a younger age, of course, you know.
Yeah, man. So she got a real head start. So I figured she's won. And she gonna remember this the rest of her life. You know what I mean? It's a good start, you know. And I want her to be way better. Have a way better upcoming than I did, you know?
Exactly, and that's the point I would say about having kids and, you know, having that right mindset forward is that we want them to have what we didn't have, of course, you know, and it's a beautiful thing when you can, you know, see that, you know, in person, of course, right, with your own eyes, you know? So we're going to start off with a couple of these questions that we have today for Preme at the Dowling Show. You know, the first one is, what is the most surprising thing about being a father?
The most surprising thing about being a father, man, it gives me something to live for. That's one thing. It makes me happy. I see myself in another version. She keeping the name going. You know, what else can I say? She makes me happy, man. Her smile, just her smile, and it just make me feel great. You know, her smile make my day. You know.
That's what it is, bro. It's supposed to be like that. At the end of the day, like you said, she's a part of you, and that's a mark, that's there in history and the Dowling history for life, of course, right? May the bloodline thrive and continue, of course.
Yeah, man. That was a great question, man. But yeah, man, she's in the bloodline, so right now she don't really know. She know a little something of what's going on because she got a smile on her face. But when she see it, it's gonna resonate, and hopefully she could pick up the pieces that I have for her and do greater and better. You understand? Instead of a host, she might be she's a little CEO
Exactly.
coming up.
Well, that's what it is, bro. For the second question, what's the most challenging part of being a father?
With my daughter, the most challenging part about being a father, I gotta be careful because wherever I go, like I don't like to risk it. So if I go outside, it's important because a lot of things can happen. So everything I do, it must be important because I gotta live for her. I gotta make sure my health is good. I'm trying to stick around for this little girl. I pray to God that I do be here for her. So I mostly play it safe because I'm not just living for myself. I gotta live for her. You understand? I also, I have another daughter. She couldn't make it because she's in school. That's she's 25. She'll be 26 June 26. She'll be 26 years old.
All right. That's what it is, man.
So she's doing her own thing, or whatever the case may be. She couldn't make it, but yeah, man, I have to be careful. I gotta live. I don't want to leave her out here. Even though everybody got a number, but I'm praying that I could stay alive for her. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, bro. And that's an honorable thing to do as a father. You have to have that unconditional love for your kids for life. For the next question, what are some of the favorite memories of you all as a family?
I have to say this. It'll be like when she was born. It'll be like when she was born because it was so calm. My fiance, she just said it so quiet. Oh, let's just go to the hospital. Very quietly. So I was just like, wow. And her just seeing her come out, that was a great, wonderful, that was a good memory, the hospital, the night she was born.
I got you. It's even supernatural, like to see your own child born like that, like before your eyes, them, taking their first few breaths in this world, And it's a touching experience, of course. For the next question, what are some of the values that you hope to instill in your child?
Some values I hope to say it again. Say the question again, because she just took over.
I got you. No, it's all love, bro. I was saying, what are some of the values that you hope to instill in your child, in your children?
The first thing is God. That's one thing. I want her to, that's the main thing, believe in God. I want her to get used to the cameras and not be afraid. Even if it's not the cameras, with music, reading books or whatever. And I think she could do better, I wasn't too bad in school, And I want her to be able to deal with people, be able to control her emotions and stuff like that, and making her be into herself,
I got you, bro. That's very honorable, of course. And as a father, as a man of God, makes a lot of sense. If anything, because of those values, she will surely be blessed by God, as you and your family will, of course, So it's a beautiful thing, man, to see the fruits of the tree begin to produce and see how God is using these situations to glorify the righteous and the will of the Lord, of course. For the next question, how has being a father changed your perspective on life?
It made me kind of look into the future instead of now, So what Genesis is, I just think I want her to be a lot into herself, like materialistic things. I don't want her falling for that. I want her to be able to be creative with herself, like with clothes and stuff that she wants and stuff like that. That the Dowling is a brand. She gonna understand that, you know, and it's her brand basically. Like, you know what I mean, and try to get her loving herself, you know, her loving her character, where she come from. Give her a basic good foundation for herself, like in the future, you know. And she could, hopefully she could continue the pieces where what I'm doing and do better for herself, you know.
Exactly. Her name is also from the Bible, so we can see the faith in God, you know, stemming from scripture and stuff like that, which is very amazing, you know, to see something like that, see a stamp of that, you know, walk in life, of course, you know. For the next question, what are you the most proud about when it comes to your children?
What I'm proud about, let's see. Main thing that she's healthy, that's one thing. She's a beautiful child. She's happy, she's very active, you know. God bless me to where that her health is good, you know. And she's so beautiful, man. You know, she's 1 year old. She's so, you know, boutique, nice, you know. And yeah, this is my future right here. You know, this is my future. And my oldest daughter, you know, she'll be 26. From what I see, what she say, like, you know, she's in college. Most of the time I speak to her, she's in the house. She's not into the streets and all that stuff, so I'm happy. And I'm happy with her too. So I got 2 girls, that's a blessing.
I got you, bro. That's what it is, man. You know, may the fruits of that tree begin to multiply after a couple of years and show, you know, the beauty of family bloodlines and how, you know, God can use these situations, you know, to glorify the truth of his message, of course, you know. For the next question, what are some things you wish you had done in a different way as a father, if anything?
I think,
what is something you wish you had done in a different way as a father, if anything?
I think maybe I should have got married first, but it's a reason why. I know it's in the Bible you're supposed to be married first and then have kids. Due to the fact that my parents got married, as far as I can remember, they was divorced. So I never got to see them when they was married. So I just said to myself, well, still believe in God, I love God, but I'm like, I want my daughter to remember it. You understand what I'm saying? I want her to be a part of it and be able to see that her parents is married or something like that. So it kind of messed me up as a child. My parents got married, but I don't remember that. So when I was 4 or 5, they was split up, you know? So sometimes I think about that though, but that's definitely in my plans for the future.
I got you. Well, that's what it is, man. You do want to be an example of what it is to be in a holy union. That way, your kids will be able to understand what that's like, you know, from experience, and then also be able to replicate a situation like that, right, when she meets the man of God that is for her life, that's going to, you know, to multiply this fruitful tree, of course, right, of the Dowling bloodline, you know?
Yeah, definitely want to keep it going, man.
Exactly. For the next question, what are your hopes and dreams for the future of your children?
Well, if possible, I would like to have more things going on for Dowling. Maybe the clothing line for them at a young age too, for Jenesis. Dowling, like I'm gonna try to put stamp Dowling on a lot of things so they could feel like they have a foundation, you know, to stand on and stuff like that, you know, give them more value.
Got you. So you're basically saying that you want to leave them not just an inheritance, but also like, you know, these values that you were able to pass down, right, from, even values that were passed down to you from your parents, and be able to continue that family positivity and those the principles that have allowed your family to, move forward in life.
Definitely, man. Definitely, definitely. Maybe get some land one day somewhere. Knowing it probably not gonna be in New York City. Give them something to live for. Family has a lot to do with value. So this is the Dowling show. So might not seem like nothing to some people, but this is gonna be important to Genesis when she get older. She see this show. I was only 1 year old with my dad on TV.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. I mean, when I was young, I was like, I always wanted to be on TV, and I was like 6, 7 years old. Like, imagine if I could see myself at 1 year old. Would have been like, damn, y'all, like, I was already famous before I even realized how to speak or how to think,
Yeah, a group of things, though.
I got you.
It's just a special show. You know what I'm saying?
Of course it is. And the celebration of her birthday, right, and of the life and of the health that we have here, and positive energy, of course, and in God's will, So we're thankful for that. I'm extremely thankful for Preme and this positive example that he's over here showcasing for the masses out here with the Dowling show, And for the last question, what would you say family means to you? Your meaning of family,
I think family, it could be bloodline, it could be friends. I consider you family. We not blood related. I think family is priceless. Like, it's worth more than money. I think, because you need people to be there for you. People represent you. Your family represent you also. Family is priceless, man. Because you create memories with your family. You know what I'm saying? Because time is ticking. Nobody knows their number, so you just make the best out of it. You know what I mean? Create memories. This is a memory. You go places with your family. You eat good. We just finished eating in there. Family is a lot, man. Because if you rich, what you gonna do? Stay in the corner by yourself and spend your money? You need family to share that with.
Exactly.
So I think it's family is worth more than money, man. I think.
The design of the family is from heaven, and also it's not something you can really buy. So yeah, I would say in that form, human life in general is worth more than finances. And when you add family on top of that, that's a closer human interaction, and compared to the public. So of course, they are more important because they can't be replaced. Like you only get a set of family members in your life, and once that time passes, that's all you'll get.
Yeah, it gives you value. It gives you something to live for. Where you come from. I just try to change everything because where I come from, everything was dark. Like it was just dark. Like even what I'm saying, growing up in the ghetto and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to change the narrative and break all these negative contracts that I went through or people I grew up went through. And try to install that in her in Genesis early.
To prevent a lot of these mistakes or consequences that we had to pay for our choices when we didn't know any better. And that's the thing about it. It's like a lot of these mistakes that we made in our life were in a time of, us being vulnerable because we were so immature to understand what we were doing,
Yeah, products of the environment. But it was some unity, but I think it could be stronger. So I want to install that into her. Like family is everything. It's big because a lot of things out here is family orientated. You know what I'm saying? And helping out others. I'm gonna do for my family. Like that's what it's about.
I got you. Well, yeah, it's amazing, how happy you become when you appreciate the simple things in life and when you're, no longer focused on the superficial aspect of, making yourself feel better due to achievements that are worldly or even in the industry that, at the day of tomorrow, whatever happens here with the Dowling show, with the meaning of life or with the music that we have happening, because we reached a point where we're really satisfied with these simple things that mean a lot more than all of this exterior stuff, we'll be happy no matter what, as opposed to somebody that's always leaning on material gain to be happy. You know, you got Preme as an example that you can be happy with just your family, and you don't have to necessarily, you know, strive for more to feel that happiness, because it's filled with God, it's filled with love, it's filled with family, with your kids, with things that should actually matter besides this material, superficial gain that we have out here. You know, even though it's cool, you know, we have a fine example that see Preme is happy because of the simple things in life, and now these things just add to it.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? It's just a blessing to have my daughter Jenesis up here at 1 year old. I think it's very big. It might not seem big to some people, but it's a difference because, like, I know a lot of people, especially in New York City. I know a lot of people all over, but it's never been done by somebody personally I know. Like, not at 1 year old. No.
I haven't seen it either.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it's gonna rub off on her. Like right now, she's 1 year old. She don't understand it. She understands it a little bit, but to me, it's big in my book. You know, I'm gonna teach her like she don't need validation from others and stuff like that. That's another thing. I'm gonna try to make it to where people can't mess with her feelings like that. Like she's gonna know who she is.
Exactly. It's like when a father is deeply involved in his daughter's life, he becomes more of that guard that she needs in case, you know, other men in the world try to interfere. Because what can happen also is, unfortunately, when a father isn't there for her daughter, certain guys might take advantage of the lack of male figure in her life. But with a father like Preme, he'll be there to protect and provide a job that a father should be doing, you know, even though certain fathers out here might be lacking that. We have a prime example of somebody that has the will to be there for his daughter, and a lot of men should take that into account and should also do the same, because if you don't protect and lead and provide and, you know, counsel your daughter, then somebody else will. And the problem with somebody else doing that is you don't know if they really care. At least what you're doing, it comes from a place of real love, of care, of godliness. Somebody else might have a selfish agenda. So it's very important to stay in your daughter's life, because I've seen examples of certain females out here without their father in their life, and even though it hasn't directed them, it hasn't affected them necessarily in a direct way where they'll tell you, I know it has, because it gave them more freedom to deal with people that they probably shouldn't have dealt with, that messed up their head and emotions.
Yeah, man. That's a fact. That's a fact. But yeah, it's Genesis' birthday. She's 1 year old. So today was like her show. She left because she had to go play with her toys, you know. But got some artists here. Jay, you're gonna perform. I got another special guest. I'm gonna perform too. So we're gonna get it rocking. Shout out to Genesis.
Exactly.
And shout out to my fiance too, because if it wasn't for her, I probably couldn't do it by myself with dealing with her and stuff, getting her all the way out here and everything. Shout out to her too. She do her part real good though. You know, she play her role with her. So she got a good mother and a good father, a good support system. You know?
Got you. As they say, teamwork, it makes the dream work. So, you know, it's beautiful again to see this design from heaven, which is the family design, you know, that reflects on the unity that God wants us to have, you know, because that's how it was intended to be, even if certain families no longer want to get along because of whatever reason, you know. It's the best thing that we can do when it's possible, of course, and, you know, Preme's a fine example of that. So,
Yeah,
you know,
the thing about family, yeah, you know, the evil one don't like family, like to mess families up. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what it is, yeah.
You know, so it's like all families get attacked. You know what I'm saying? All families get attacked by the devil or whatever the case may be. But you got to fight that with prayer. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing you can do. People gonna make mistakes. None of us is perfect. You understand what I'm saying? But you just gotta keep your faith in God, and try to change things up. Whatever everybody else doing, see, I'm not a follower. Whatever everybody else is doing, I don't want to do that, especially if it's negative results. You understand? You know? So I'm trying to install that into her. Like, family is big. Like, you can have money. It don't mean nothing. What you gonna do with that? Who you gonna spend it with? You know? If you got family to back you up, you okay. You ain't got nothing to worry. And you don't have to necessarily be blood related, either. You know what I'm saying? Family check up on you. They be there for you too, you know?
Exactly. When it's possible, I would say, yeah, stick with your family when it's possible. When you see family like the Dowling family, that they stick together and they're loyal and they have God in their hearts and they follow each other, The only exception I would say is when Satan is all over there where there's no way to look back and that's it. But if God is there and if you guys are down to fight that good fight of faith and down to, to go against these demons and protect each other and look out for each other, then I suggest, highly suggest to go all the way, you know what I mean? Until the end, you guys are one,
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do it. She's one. I'm grateful because stuff happens to kids too in this world, And she's very blessed. She's healthy. She's smiling. She's constantly moving. So that just make me feel so happy, And that's God. That has nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, God gave her life, and you're just the medium in which that life was able to translate into a human being. Like you and your shorty. Y'all was the ones that materialized it, but God gave her the life, the soul, the spirit, and the plan. For her future.
Yep, plenty more things I'm trying to manifest for Genesis, and just lead the way for her, and she continue to be motivated to do different things. She's gonna be very family orientated, though. I know that.
With a great father like you, man, and a great family, of course, I can see those values being instilled for life. And I sincerely hope the best for all you guys. For real, I have a lot of love for you and your family, and you guys have been a blessing to me, so it's only right for me to speak the truth about that and show that love back,
Yeah, man, but it was a good show, man. I appreciate you getting to come, but I want to get these artists, I want to hear something, you know what I'm saying, get it rocking or whatever like that. So you know what, we'll be right back. I got some performances. It's a surprise. So I'll see you soon. See y'all in a few. Be right back.
The Dowling Show. The Dowling Show.
When I walk, stars below me, I make music for my lonely. These sounds gon' hit like potions, I stay abstract, help me focus. And I'm figure chasing, money just about conversations. I need the motivation, can't stay down, ain't no complacence. And we got no excuse, alarm's been off, I cannot snooze. My mama talking about sleep, but I'm still up, I'm making beats. You see, I move my feet, I'm here right now and there next week. I need to grab a seat, cause nobody can do for me. What I'm gonna do for me is not lose sight of who I be. What you gon' do for you? I play on loops like hula hoops. I grab ball, not scared to shoot. Still at home, I'm in a coop, trying to stay up in the booth. We talk knowledge, wisdom too. Yeah. We talk knowledge, wisdom too. Running to the booth, cause I don't know what else to do except enjoy the present moment. He stay focused, spread the love. Art saved me, expressing spoken word from up above. Lift me up, shy, quiet nigga, making all these hits from in the cut. Family showed me what it could be, guess I made it what it was. Standing by my lonely, it's a diamond in the rough. Ay. 24 rotations, ain't got no time for the bluff. Ay. Love to all my brothers, they gon' hold me when I'm stuck. Ay. All you see is all I had, that's why I run it up. Ay. That's why I run it. That's why I run it up. Ay. That's why I run it. One step, two step over the madness. Young nigga fly, build upon better habits. Only thing on my mind is success, I'ma have it. I've been in position, I stay ready, I've been snapping. Faith inside the rhythm and the music, spread magic. Living in the system, another day, more havoc. Running with my brothers, I and I make it happen. Goal chasing, I could never be a has-been. Run from it or run towards it, be the options. Or I could stand still. Don't be scared, this is just a plight. Yeah, walking with the thief at night. I'm with my brother at the speed of light. Develop from within, look around. One at a time, I know my wrong from right. I'm writing down the wrong. Energy attract and magnetize into the song. Everything I lack, I magnify to make it strong. Yeah, I ain't felt this way in a long time. I just need you with me for the deep dive. It's safe and independent, but I want you so bad. Got my heart inside a mixer, my feelings is in a notepad. Running to the distance, but y'all niggas ready know that. Gold medal photo finish, I've been snapping like a Kodak. I'ma stay above it, seen the bottom like a flow map. Choose to love the moment, cause there ain't no going back. Make them stop and listen like, yo, who is that? He talk that different, break you down and bring you back intact. Running with my circle, hit me for a beat pack. I got the vibrations on deck, mesmerizing. Woke up, my focus been on horizons. Keep it moving like a shadow upon the sidewalk. Woke up with my mind lost.
Welcome back. We back on the Dowling Show. I got the artist here. He just performed 2 songs. You know what I'm saying? What was the 2 tracks you did?
I did Galaxy and then I did Shadow off my new project, new mixtape, Abstract Reality.
Thanks for coming, man.
Nah,
You sound good, man. Where you from, man?
Appreciate that. I'm from New Jersey. Like,
what part of
raised out
Jersey?
there. You know, like Middlesex County. Like, I live in Highland Park right now. Woodbridge, Newark. I've been kind of a little bit all over, but you feel me, Jersey. I was born out here, but I was raised in Jersey.
Okay, man. So, man, you got a lot going on, man. You produce too, right? You make beats too. What's going on with the beats, man? Like, you got a old soul. What influenced you? Who influenced you with this rap shit?
I'm not gonna lie, I really have to start like at home because my mom was playing like old school rap, like Tribe Called Quest. She was playing jazz. My dad was playing reggae. So I feel like house music, all of that was just R&B. Like, that was like the first music that I was listening to. So I guess when I got old enough to start listening on my own, I went for the older rappers. I really remember not being too into like the new sounds, like the new waves as much. I was always going back, like 90s, even a little bit of the 80s, but really like the 90s, the 2000s. But I feel like it came from like my parents, like they was playing old school music.
Yeah, man, that's why I said, I'm like, this kid got an old soul. I listened to it, I'm like, it got like a good vibe to it. Like the vibration is different. Then I'm listening to what you're saying, I'm like, that's just different, man. You know what I mean? Keep it up, man.
Nah, I appreciate that for real. Like, I really appreciate that because you feel me, you an artist yourself and you've seen artists throughout your own time. So you, like, hearing that coming from you, like, I understand what you're saying. I recognize it, like, I appreciate it for real.
Yeah, you was around some good people because, you know, in this age of time, the music changed, you know, but you still got people, everything is divided, but your music is different. Like, I know a lot of people, they do music, but like I said, Tribe Called Quest, they're great. They're in the history books. Yeah. It got like a little soul vibe. It's dark, but it's not dark. It's dark, but a good vibe too. It's not all the way dark. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your music, you know?
Yeah, because I feel like it's a lot of negativity, but I feel like music, my first memories of music was when it was like just heartwarming and positive. So I guess that's where I make it from. But, you know, I didn't go through as much as like other artists, so I feel like when you got like darker artists or artists where their music is darker, that might come from a real place too. Like, you know, I don't know, like, it's just me, like, music that I make, like, it's just coming out of me. Like, I really try to be specific and come up with a sound, but I just try to make like whatever I like to hear as I'm making it is whatever I'm gonna make at that time. Like, it's definitely, I start with my beats though, so I guess it comes from that. You feel me? Like,
the track you just did, Shadow, right?
yeah.
Who did that beat?
That was me.
Who did that beat?
Yeah,
Yo,
like,
that's just tough,
that was
man.
my beat,
And, see, you to be an MC, it's not easy. You know what I mean? Because you really gotta write. You know, you get deep into your own thoughts. It's like artwork. Like your style of rap is like, it's like art. It's like work, because you're talking about something. You're not just saying the same thing. Or I shoot you.
Nah,
Or
yeah.
I sleep with her and I got money. Or I'm getting rich. Like, you really deep into your craft. Keep it up, man.
Bro, that's love. I'm saying, like,
You know what I'm saying?
appreciate
You know what I mean?
that.
So what's coming, man? What can I look forward to?
The big thing right now for me is I'm trying to like get focused with like visuals, like get like more music videos out, because I feel like I'm making music, but I want to try and like visualize it more so people could see what like life I'm living, see how I'm coming, see where I'm from, like, you know, see what we got going on, and then just doing more like music with my group, no label. We got artists from a few different places, but we all come together to make music. So we really trying to like this year trying to like elevate just the work, the production level, and, you know, just keep taking opportunities. So I'm just trying to be open and keep going with it. Like,
Shout out to No Label. So that's your group.
that's love,
man.
yeah, man. Like, No Label, we all make our own beats. We all rap. Most of us rap. It's only 5 of us, but for me, we've been small. We was in London last year. Like, we be doing shows throughout New York, Brooklyn, Manhattan, the Bronx. Like, we just trying to be active, and we young, so we're trying to like do it kind of independent, like no label. You feel me? But if it comes down to it, that's what's up. But for right now, it's like we just making music that we connect with, and we really like putting it out. Like, we not waiting for anybody.
So how was the venue y'all did in London? How was that for you, man? Tell me about that experience.
It was different, like, and that really shows like connectiveness. Like, they heard our music, they wanted us to engage with them. It was just like a vibe, like it was energy, and that's where, like you said, vibrations. Like, it felt like a different vibration. London was like a whole new physical place, but at the same time, it's like they understood our music. You know what I mean? They weren't comprehending all the lyrics. Like, you know, they might not pick up on all the details of what we're saying in our music, but they still felt the energy. You know what I mean? So
Shout out to No Label, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all keep doing y'all thing and everything.
yeah.
So what was the difference? What would you say the difference in London from out here? Like, they showed you more love in London than here, or it's kind of the same?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
I'm not gonna lie, like, they was showing love in London because, like, we was American. If you out there, you feel me, you just American. Like, they was like, oh, you dress different, you talk different. But I feel like to them, like, I'm coming from Jersey, New York. My bros is in New York, so everybody knows that New York is like hip hop, and I feel like they look to New York and see what New York is doing, and like they was just respecting us a lot. That's what I didn't expect. Like, we would walk in and, you know, introductions, but they respected us, like our music. I feel like out here it's like, so, you feel me, rightfully so, it's competitive. Everybody's trying to make their name, but it's competition. But at the end of the day, like, respect is like, oh, all right, I see what you're doing, and it's just allowing people to have opportunities. Like, they gave us our space to like shine a little bit. You feel me? And like, I know when they come out here, they trying to do similar things. We're gonna host them when they come out here. So like, the people in London was showing a lot of love, and I wouldn't say it's more or less than out here. It's just like different feeling because we're new from their eyes. They never seen us before. So we American, we make our own music, we got our own like style. We not conforming to like all the regular trends. Like, we doing our own thing. You feel me?
Keep it up, man. And being different, that's what make you unique, man. You know, a lot of people in this era, people want to look the same. Like, you know, always try to be different. You know what I mean? Not fit in what you already doing now, which is a good thing, man.
Yeah.
You got any videos out?
Yeah, I got a couple. Like,
talk about it, man.
Word, like, it's one videographer. She from Brooklyn, Shania. She shot one video I did last year. We actually shot at the Brooklyn Bridge. I've been shooting, like, I like making videos, but I'm kind of like independent, so I haven't really got like too many videographers. But I got a couple tracks like on YouTube. If you follow it, AMIRI MIKEL, it's on YouTube. AMIRI MIKEL, MIKEL. It'll pop up. But that's my biggest thing, like trying to connect with videographers, like, cause it's kind of like that's the biggest thing right now. Like everybody wants to have a video out, but I'm trying to like remind myself like it'll come. I just gotta focus on like what I gotta do right now, which is just keep living, keep making music.
Yeah. So you basically trying to put a visual behind your story.
Yeah.
That's what you need. Yeah, that's what you need.
Word.
Nowadays. You want the visions too, more of just listening. You know, especially with the era of social media. So you want to have visions. Even if it's not the actual video of the song, you could just do a clip somewhere walking down the street, and you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Like visuals.
That'd
like,
be good too.
I'm
like
not
promo,
gonna lie, yeah.
You know, until you actually do the video for your track.
Keep making content, like that's a big thing. But like I feel like it's different nowadays too, because we have like social media to promote ourselves. So I gotta take that initiative. I always been into like the sound more like the music, cause I do it out of love. Like I was making music since I was 14, 15. I'm 25 now. Like I'm grown a lot in the course of making music, of course, but I started from being in my bedroom, like being bored and just trying to make music. So it's all gonna start like that, and then it's gonna elevate with visuals now. I'm just taking it to a higher like level. Like, all right, now I got my stories on sounds. How can I turn that into a video that somebody could remember? Cause like a video could last longer than a song sometimes. Like it could make the song go way bigger.
Yeah, man. Got a question for you. Who's your favorite artist? Like now, like what you like
out right now?
That's your favorite artist. And no, it could be in the past. Like who's your favorite artist in general?
I really would say
in general.
It's Hov, Jay-Z. I start with Hov, like, and then I say Lauryn Hill, cause she from Jersey, and I feel like she put Jersey like on her back. Like, she only got one project out.
That's dope.
Feel me? But she put Jersey on her back.
Miseducation, right?
Miseducation, like
that's tough. Lauryn Hill, I like that.
I would say
I still
Jay-Z.
listen to that. Joe.
Yeah, but that's like I'm trying to make timeless music. I'm not trying to be. It's hard, but I feel like you got to really pour into yourself to make that. But I say Jay-Z, Lauryn Hill. A lot of rappers coming up right now. Like I'm in tune with like a lot of the current music because I recognize what they're saying. Even though I don't make music that's like drill, I feel like once drill started popping up around here, it just caught me because it's like, oh, now that makes sense. Like I can understand where they're coming from, and so I feel like it's a lot of drill artists I like you know, the mainstream figures, the underground. But it's so much music out, like. I can't even like no. I don't even know where to start. So I always just go back to my childhood. Jay-Z, Lauryn Hill, Tribe Called Quest, MF Doom, Madlib, like Jay Dilla, The Roots, like Wu-Tang. Like Wu-Tang actually got some of the best videos ever. Like for real, Wu-Tang got the best videos. Like, timeless videos. That's really what I think of. Like when I think of music videos in the '90s, like they got the best videos back then. The Far Side, Kendrick, Cole. You feel me? Just good musicians, artists, like.
Yeah, man. I mean,
yeah.
You like a lot of artists I like, man. But Lauryn Hill, I was surprised you said Lauryn Hill. I'm like, you know about Lauryn Hill, man.
I'm telling you, she's from Jersey.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
She's from Jersey.
Okay, I never looked into where she was from, but I still listen to that though. That was tough growing up, Lauryn Hill.
Education.
So
yeah.
So you got a group. Next time maybe you gotta swing them through, man. You know. Or your group members, no label. That's a good. I like that. No label, because you don't need a label. Y'all could do this yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody play a part, play a role. You could do it yourself, and then y'all could collect yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Keep doing the work, man.
For real. You know? I bet we gonna come back, like, cause this dope. Like, I appreciate the opportunity. Happy birthday, Genesis. Feel me? This the Dowling show.
Yeah.
2025.
Yeah, that's good, man. I'm glad you came through. I got something to say, Marvy. Like, you different, so I'm like, you know, why? Oh, I got a question.
Yeah.
Why you don't do drill music?
I mean, it ain't where I started. Like, I didn't start making drill. Like, drill happened like I was making music and I wasn't even listening to drill. Like I started rapping. Damn, I started making poetry first and then rapping. Then drill came out and like I feel like drill changed the sound. Like drill made everything faster. Like drill made everything. I was rapping on 70 BPM. Drill is like 160 BPM. It's fast. So I feel like I just never like I was never lyrically able to like write like that, because I feel like drill is like, I'm not a drill artist. Like I'm not doing drills. Like, you feel me? I'm not gonna lie. I'm into different things. Like I wasn't into like, I have people that I know and friends, but I wasn't really into that. My mom like had me like in school, you feel me? Like I took school seriously. As I got older, I struggled a little bit, but you feel me? For the most part, I was into school, like reading, making music. Like I was always into like my own thing. So drill music, like it never like represented me fully, I guess I would say. But I feel like drill is like the wave right now. So it's kind of like, even my track Galaxy, like I feel like I took influences from it just because it's surrounding, like if you young right now, that's what you listening to. Even if you're not young, that's what you listening to. That's all you hearing. Feel me? So I feel like drill got a certain like attention right now, but it never was like my starting place. You feel me? Like I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah, I mean, drill is what's popping now. I mean, that's not my thing. I don't come to my era, but you're young, so I'm trying to figure out. It's like you got conscious music. I'm like, I thought that was played out or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, you're different, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You do the drill, all you doing is going to jail. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of these podcasters out here, they police. You understand what I'm saying? Like they, you know, all you
Big
see on the
time.
internet, I'm just saying in general, everybody's telling, listen, this is a full-time job. Like, you really got informants that look like me and look like you, that's rapping and doing podcasts and stuff like that, and they go to these places or whatever the case may be, then they end up in jail, they end up boomed up somewhere. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you saying
The
like
whole crew gets snatched up, but
For
they
real.
don't look at it like, I'm saying like people in your generation, you 24, 25, they always think it's somebody's telling or something like that, but that's not the case. It's a job. It's a full-time job to be a foreman. Most of these podcasts and rappers, that's what they are. They can't fool me. But thanks for coming, AMIRI.
for sure, man.
This is the Dowling Show. You know what I'm saying? You stay in your lane, man. You know what I mean?
Fact.
But give a shout out where people can find you at, man.
That's a fact. Yeah, like
your Instagram, whatever you got going, say it.
that's
Scream
a
it
fact.
out.
Word. Tap in No Label. So first off, no.label.ent. That's where you're gonna find everything. Like the movement right now. We live, like we coming to you live. Like we got shows this month lined up. We've been doing shows since we started like 3 years ago. Like at this point, if you ain't caught us in person, like you gotta catch us in person. Like we got shows every month, basically. For me, and then my personal page, like it's AMIRI MIKEL, AMIRI AMIRI MIKEL. I'm on all streaming. I got beat tapes out. Like I'm bringing back beat tapes. You feel me? Like if you need beats, I got you. I'm trying to keep going with it. It's hard, but I'm trying to keep making beats because I'm never stopping with that. And then I'm dropping music as well when I feel like it. Like I got a mixtape out, Abstract Reality. That's my full rap project, like 12 tracks rapping. The 2 tracks I performed plus 10 more. Those is different. Like really take your time with it. Like I'm not making music just to go viral. I'm trying to make music that could, feel me, you could resonate with and really play back to back. So just tap in on Instagram, social media, Apple Music, YouTube. Everything is AMIRI MIKEL. And then No Label Entertainment. That's just the movement right now. That's what we on. And definitely when we come back, I'm gonna have to bring like, feel me, a few more people with me.
Gotta bring them back,
Yeah,
man.
bro. Like this is big.
All right, the Dowling Show, man. We had a great show today. Thank you, everybody that helped out. AMIRI, my fiance, Johnny, Genesis, the Dowling Show. We love you. Welcome. This is the Dowling Show. Right now, I have Johnny. What's going on, Johnny, man?
Nothing much. How about you?
I'm chilling, man. Can't complain or whatever like that. So so tell me, man. You been missing in action, man. You been going to school. What school you going to, man?
Yeah, I know. I know. I haven't put out that many shows since the last show I put was me and my buddy, because I did supposed to have a guest on that day, but they didn't show up, so I had my buddy come along. But the school that I'm going to is It's like a CDL school that I'm going to, so I can become a school bus driver, which is my passion.
A school bus driver? So no more Styling Island talks right now. That's on pause.
Yeah, for now it's gonna be on pause, but I'm still gonna do it. But right now I'm putting it on a hold until I get my life situated, and then I could continue on doing the Styling Island talks. But as soon as I do that, I might start making videos and all this other stuff. But Styling Island talks, I might just do a podcast talk where you just hear me talk instead of just seeing videos.
Okay. So how's the school treating you, man? Tell me about it. Talk about it.
It's good. They have the best instructors. I gotta give them credit for all that, and I'm also grateful that they took their time to teach you the steps that you need to learn.
So you ain't get it yet? You still going to school? How long?
Yeah, I'm still going. I started there since March 1st.
So you've been in there since March 1st.
Yes.
And it's what now, May 8th?
Yes. And I'm about to go do my permit test right now. I'm studying so we could do the permit part. I did went to go do my permit on the DMV on Staten Island, but they drew questions at me that I never seen, and they never taught me in the class.
So is it a good school that you go to?
Yeah, it's a good school. They actually told me that it's good to go to the DMV in Staten Island, but go to the one that they would recommend me. So they recommend me the DMVs to go to, so I'm gonna go to them DMVs.
All right, but tell us about the school. Tell the people about where can they go to school, a good school like you go to. Tell them about it so they can go to, so some of the people can go. What's the name of the school?
Well, the name of the school is Ion Institute Busing and Trucking, and I go there. It's all the way in Queens, New York. That's where they teach you whatever you want to learn. If you want to learn motorcycle, they teach you motorcycle. If you want to learn boat, they teach you boat. If you want to learn box trucks to 18-wheelers or all those higher up jobs that deal with CDL, you could do it too. And they will also be happy to help you.
That's good. Thanks for telling the people that they could go to that school and get their CDL. So you saying that when you take your test, like what's the hours you go to school and when your test?
The times that I go there is 9:30 to 12:30. They usually open around 9 and they close at 5.
All right. So you want to drive the school bus. After you get it, you're going to drive the school bus.
Yes.
All right.
Because it was my passion, and then I had, like I said, I had these street drivers that also got me liking to do the job.
School bus?
Yes.
Do you know any school bus drivers or something like that? Who influenced you to do the school bus, or you just decided yourself?
I have 2 males and 1 female driver, but I'm not gonna say the name just for safety rights. But I don't know if they still work there. But if they're ever listening, thank you. I'm still doing what I could do, and I also had a power that believed in me and still believing in me to get my license.
Okay. So you're gonna have your CDL soon?
Soon enough, I'll have my paper permit, and then that's when they could teach me on the road. And then after that, then we get to the vehicle part once I get my permit.
So you wanna drive around with little kids, or you want high school students? What you wanna do? Special needs kids, or?
Well, school bus driving is you just dealing with all type of kids. That's what it really is, because the bus companies just don't have that specific like routes that you do. So if you're driving for the big buses, you either going to deal with pre-Ks or middle schoolers or high schoolers. It's just a bus company that does for people. So if people need transportation, they call a company, and the company says, okay, we do it. And it also depends what they give their driver, either a pre-K one or whatever. Okay. So it doesn't So it's really a surprise when you go do your run. You don't know who you're picking up.
Okay. So you travel from? Do you want to work anywhere Pacific? What borough? Or you want to? Or you don't care? It don't matter to you.
Me,
'Cause you go to Queens for the school.
Yeah, I was gonna apply to Logan's up there in Queens, because they partnered with them. So I was gonna see if I could get myself in there, but they was talking about my commute, because I live on Staten Island. So that commute there, it's like, how they gonna figure out if they're gonna send me home with the bus, or I have to travel back and forth. So I'll probably just go with the safe part of finding a bus company on this island, which I already have like 3 companies I want to work for. It would be more, but there's specific companies that I do want to work for.
Okay, that's cool, man. That's cool. You got a plan. Sound like a good plan. So soon you're gonna be driving that school bus, man.
Right.
So that's what you're gonna do. Okay, that's good, man. So you let the people know about the school. How's that commute from Staten Island to Queens, though?
You guys had me tired those yesterday. I was oh boy. So I'll take the ferry. I'll go take the bus to the ferry, and then the ferry to the city, and then I have to take the public transportations going there, which is hard. I don't know how y'all do it. Like, get up early in the morning, try to make it to the city bus, and if your bus is there, you gotta run to it, and then you gotta pray that the boat is there too.
Oh, you're not used to that. You're just driving on the island, mostly on the island, right? I'm
Yeah,
not running
but-
for no ferry or nothing like that. Fuck.
Well, I drive-
Hell with that. No, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, well, I drive a bike, where everybody knows. If you go to my channel, if some of my viewers, you hear them say that I drive a bike, or you hear me say I drive a bike, talking to Jay. And yeah, that bike ain't gonna make it across the bridge. I mean, I could do it, but why would I want to risk it and then plus get pulled over by police? Because it's an electric moped with no plate.
That's true. Well, man, hopefully you get back with your you drive your school buses soon. You could get your Staten Island talks back going and all that.
Right. Well, technically, I'm actually going this coming Friday back to school, but we still studying hard for the test, because the first test that I did down here, I failed both of them, 16 questions on both of them. So that's why they said they recommend me to go to the ones near them, because they're easy.
You failed it twice. Well, you're gonna do it again, man. You know,
Yeah.
take some more time out. Hopefully you get that, man. You know, I want to see you win. I want to see you get that, man. You know,
Yeah, and
you'll pass it.
Yeah, and like I told the guy that I had on my channel, I told him that I'm not stopping until I get what I want.
As long as you got that mentality, because it's okay to make mistakes or fail. You know, maybe you need to really know these things, so that way when you really doing what you want to do, you'll know everything. It'll be all in your brain.
Right.
You know. So when I can see another show, man, like right after you get your CDL, that's when you can come back.
Yeah, but for now I have to renew my my ID, and then I could start another show. Cause that's how long it's been that I've been going to the class. I've been going to this class and been focusing on the class so much, I forgot all about renewing my ID.
Yeah, that's a lot, man. That's a lot. The traveling, and then you got your show, and then you studying.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's that easy. From what I hear from people, it's not that easy. It get done, but you got to do the work and the studies. You're going to get that, though, man.
Right.
And I'm glad you came to the Dowling show, man. Even though this is your first time here, I got to show up for your show. You're doing good things, man. We're going to keep it going, you know?
Right, because when I first went to the show, not the show, I mean the school, I kind of gave myself anxiety real bad, to the point where I had to like sleep it off. I know you don't sleep off anxiety, but people have different ways to handle their anxiety. So I slept it off. I woke up, I was like, I'm not panicking anymore. But I was nervous because I'm only 23 years old.
23 years old, but you're doing a lot.
Yeah, I'm only 23 years old, But when I started, I was 22. But I was 22 years old that year, and I was like, this all is coming fast. I wasn't really thinking about all this just being thrown on me. I wasn't even thinking about going to a CDL class in March and all those other stuff. I was like, I was going to start little by little. I was going to find a job first and then save up what I could do and then try to go to a CDL class on the island. But everything got drawn so fast. I was like, dang. So it's time for me to actually do my part.
Yeah, but you know, slow down. But you're gonna get it, man. Just relax a little. But everything is gonna, as long as you put in the time for the things, you're gonna get it done, man.
Right. Sometimes
Breathe and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, because when they took me to the yard that Friday, they put me into their bus, and I was like, dang, I can't believe this is actually gonna happen. I'm sitting behind this big, huge reel that the trucks will have. And I said, my body size compared to the vehicles out there, don't get fooled by my size, because I'll know how to drive that thing.
That's good, man. You're only 22. You got your own show. You going for your CDL. You know what I'm saying? That's some real work right there. You know, but it's gonna pay off. Just relax a little bit. You need a day to take off or whatever. You give that to yourself, because you don't want to feel pressured. You doing what you want to do because you want to do it, you know?
Right.
Keep up the good work, and then thanks for coming to the Dowling show, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Looking for you to get back in producing and have that CDL, man.
So I'm gonna try to find a way to renew my thing and then also book Studio B.
Okay. So you gonna 23, you got your own show. You're gonna be driving a school bus. That's a good thing, man.
And
need more people in
you'd
society.
be surprised
like
for a 23-year-old living on an island that nobody likes to hear about.
It's all good, man. It's all good, man. But at least you got goals that you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Don't put too many. Don't, you know what I mean? One at a time. You know, you'll get there. You'll get there, man.
Right.
Word. So, what else you got planned, man, for your show? Like, any guests lined up or what?
I don't know, but I'll speak to Jay and see what kind of guests we could try to get on both of our shows. Maybe I could think of a guest and he could think of a guest. But I know I definitely need to get you on my show.
Styling on the Talks. That's the name of it, right?
Styling
he got his own show. He's only, 22 years old?
Oh, 23.
23. Well, that's still a baby, man. But thanks a lot, man, for coming to the Dowling show. You know what I'm saying? We at it again. You know, this is Johnny. Look out for him or whatever like that. He got the CDL thing going. He got his own show going. We'll see y'all soon. Dowling Show. What the fuck you doing, dog?